Welcome back to Valley Homestead, and if you haven't been here before, my name is Andy. For weeks I have been telling you that I'm going to start the new pheasant house, and today is finally that day. I'm going to show you all the cool things that we have to go into this project, and hopefully we're going to get this one up and running by the end of the week. Some of this stuff is new, like the wood and the wire mesh, but the rest of it is what I like to call good stuff. It's things that I save from around the property whenever we destroy a building or anything like that, and I think at some point I'll find a use for it. This is some old cherry tree that we cut down. This is some old vine that we saved. This is from the apple tree that fell on the rabbit tree last year. I am aware that using time-lapse footage is one of the quickest ways to kill viewer attention. However, getting to watch the clouds sped up like this, for me, is just beautiful. The greenhouse in the background you've seen before, and this second one was given to me by Bee's mum. I actually started to collect it last year and finally managed to get there last week to pick up the rest of it. Unfortunately, a lot of the bottom, the base, was very corroded and I had to throw some of it away. So it's not going to be as big as the other one, but it's still an awesome piece of kit to get, especially for free. I particularly like using old stuff like this because I know that if I don't use stuff like this, it will end up in landfill. We're actually building 3 pheasant houses. We have one greenhouse frame here and one greenhouse frame here, and then we will also put something in the middle of those, so we're going to end up with 3. This first one is going to be a little bit special. It's going to be multi-use, but we'll get into that later. We're going to cut the grass and lay out our hardware cloth. We're going to pin that down, tie it to the frame, and then we need to paint the frame. For those of you who know me well, you will know I love a deal. And recently I was in Tesco, I went to their reduced section and they had these plastic garden clips, I don't know the proper name for them, pegs for fixing to the ground. It's for the weed fabric and they just look like that. I'm going to use them with this 25mm 1-inch stainless steel hardware cloth. That is going to go on the bottom of this enclosure, and that is going to stop anyone digging in to get to the animals in here. It suggests that this stuff will last up to 30 years when in the ground like this, so I'm pretty optimistic. In case you're wondering why I'm going such extreme lengths to block the bottom, it's for 2 reasons. Number 1, our pheasant enclosure over here. 3 times now we've had a fox or something else try and dig its way in. It hasn't made it in because of the chicken wire that I put down there. But I absolutely hate chicken wire. I don't want to use that again. I want something that's going to last a lot better, and I feel like this is my best option. The other reason is that we recently lost our 2 golden pheasants. I was absolutely devastated by this. They were actually a birthday present, and I love those 2 little guys. A boy and girl, man and woman. Anyway, I have some footage of that. There was actually a pine marten, which I didn't even know existed in this area until we had this attack, but all the same, it's my fault for not preparing it properly, and it took me a few days to get over the upset of that one. However, in that case, he didn't dig underneath. He actually went through a small hole on the side. It was only about 5 centimeters, and he managed to get in through there and do what he did to my poor pheasants. I do have 4 pheasant eggs that they laid in the incubator, and I really hope they come out. That way their line can continue and I won't feel like it's a complete loss, but who knows on that one. Pretty sad about it. Anyway, let's get this stuff down. Let's see how it's going to go. I think we're going to use about half a roll to do the bottom of this enclosure, and then the other half will be used around the edge only of the other enclosure. That was a bit too easy. Oh. That's it for now. All I'm doing is pinning it down in the 4 corners. And put the next 3 sheets out, maybe 4 sheets, I can't remember exactly how many I need. I think it might be 3, 4.5, something like that. Then we'll drop the frame down so it's actually on top of it, make sure everything is square, and then I will go along and loop all of these together with wire. The grass will go around it within a few days and we won't even see that it was here. For now, I've just got it pinned in with these plastic pegs that you probably can't see that well in the shadow. And now I'm going to go along with some wire and loop it round and connect all the different bits. And also here in the middle, where there's 2 different bits joining, maybe you can see that, I'm going to tie those together with some wire as well. We have some helpers. We have our young combination group, let's call them. Some of these will go into our egg laying flock, all of the ladies, and some of the boys will go into our bellies as a nice tasty chicken soup. But they have a few more months to enjoy yet. So I brought them down here in this new area just because they were destroying the garden a little bit too quickly for my liking. And also, what's not to like about fresh grass and chickens? They can live on here for a few months quite happily. How did you even get up there, buddy? Huh? Didn't know you could fly that high. As soon as you're up there, can you put a few nuts and bolts in for me? Get this job finished a bit quicker? No? Oh well.
At this point of the video, I should be showing you a nearly finished aviary. However, that just didn't happen. So instead, you're going to have to make do with some cute geese, me getting attacked by bees, and a little garden update. Oh, mama! My God, there are so many of them around my head right now. It feels like I'm inside the beehive. Well, this one's heavy. Jesus. Unfortunately, that was the last piece of audio I was able to use from this footage. There may have been a small amount of swearing going on. And for those of you who watched the garden video last week, here's a little update for you. Nearly all of the seeds that we planted, the seed tapes have come up, the lettuce and the radish especially. The onions and garlic are also coming up nicely, as are the zucchini and corn. As always, thank you very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you've made it this far, and we'll catch you on the next one.